This episode of the Lured Up podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here at the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by the community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and we offer a wide range of support tiers with various benefits, and all patrons gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And we currently have a goal of hitting $500 with tiers as low as $1 a month. You can help out a collective of hardworking part-time creators over at the Pokemon Professor Network. We hope to see you there. We would appreciate your consideration. Let's get into the show. What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 315 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. This episode is streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. I'm joined by Adam Tuttle. Adam, hello.
Hey, trainers.
What's happening?
Hi, Ken. Not much. Just, it's a good day. That's all it is.
It's a good day for a good day? Is today a good day?
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.
All right. That's awesome. Well, we have some stuff to talk about, but it hasn't been the heaviest news week. I think we're officially in the calm after the storm of like GoFest season. And we kind of saw this with the August content update.
What do you mean the calm
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Because Tornadus is in raids right now. I feel like that's a storm. That's a storm.
Dude,
Pokemon.
You know how many times I've raided Incarnate Tornadus? A whole schlop. All right, well, this is what we have to talk about today. We're going to recap the last week of gameplay. Strength of Steel. Mega Lucario Raid Day was this past weekend. As discussed last week, Niantic support has been super active lately, and Mega Lucario Day didn't relent. So that's pretty funny. We'll talk about all those Niantic support tweets that went out. Adventure Week is up next, along with big changes to Mega Rayquaza's Make Good event, and we'll kind of discuss our hot takes as well as some from the community. Team Go Rocket will be taking over as part of Adventure Week as well, and this is always like the best time to hunt Shadow Pokemon. If you have a living dex like me, it's always a race to get everything kind of in the decks for Shadows and Purified, so that's always fun.
If Delibird's not in these Shadow Raids, it ain't for me.
I'm still mad that I didn't get my Shadow Delibird. I think that was, 2019 or so, that Shadow
it was a
Delibird?
long time ago.
Man,
I don't even know. Let me just double check.
Pure Lighter in the chat said, does someone say Purified? We are streaming this live on a bunch of platforms. If you are here in the chat, we thank you. Fisher J, Maddie G, Scipio, thank you so much for being here already. Love y'all. Give us a follow if you're checking this out on video, whatever platform you're on.
Yeah.
It was 2019?
Christmas Eve.
Jeez,
2000.
That was the one opportunity we had for Shadow Delibird, man. And I remember going out that night too. Like I was tracking him down, and I just couldn't find one, dude. It was bad, and I remember bailing that
Eve,
night.
I got one on the 26th.
Dude, I remember
28th,
going, Don't worry, Ken.
31st.
You'll just get it next year. Everything in this game comes back around, right? And then this is the one
Not
thing.
Delibird.
Dude, brutal.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
No, it haunts me every year, and it's like the Christmas event comes up, and I'm like, it's pure.
Listen,
Shadow
I'm still
Delibird
upset we
better
don't
be
get a
here.
Christmas in July event. That I feel like it's just such a missed opportunity. Just give us like a 2-day event with Delibird. Just come on.
Yes, I feel you. I feel you. But how's your last week been? You said it was a good day. What's the scoop with your gameplay?
So gameplay wise, I mean, I haven't really. It's everything revolves around like the events that we're going to talk about. So it's kind of like, do we really get into it right now, or do we?
Yeah, but what about the past couple days? Like, yeah, I mean, did you get the shiny Togedemaru?
No, I did not.
Either
and
did
I feel, because I was after it. I was hunting it. I did so many researches, and I even played during Spotlight Hour, and did Spatial Rend. Had an incense running.
Wow.
I was catching so many, and I did not see a single shiny the entire event.
Wow.
But you know what I did get for shinies?
Was it an off-brand shiny, like a non-related?
Oh, I got a lot. I actually got a lot of shinies. So to start the event, I got shiny Sizer from my my research, which was kind of cool. I got 2 Alolan Sandshrews, Clink. I got a Bronzor, Chansey, Lickitung, Magnemite, and Eevee. Well, okay. Well, Eevee was this morning,
But no Toga tomorrow.
no Toga tomorrow.
Yeah, man, that happens. That happens a lot. I've seen that aplenty where it's like you're tracking down the new shiny, you're doing the most of it. It feels like you're catching and checking the most of it, and then you come up with Bubkiss. Nada.
And it's like how after the Better Together event, I did so many Tandem Mouse researches. I didn't get the Hundo. I did so many Togamadarus. I did the Spotlight Hour. I did Incense constantly. Spatial Rend. I didn't get the Hundo Togamadaru.
I got the Hundo Toga tomorrow.
Oh yeah, lucky you. Lucky you, Ken.
I didn't get the shiny though, dude.
He's so casual at this game.
I've been somewhat casual.
Did you get it
lately.
out of research though?
I did get it out of research, so that doesn't really count. That doesn't really count.
It doesn't really count.
No,
but
I know
that's where I would have gotten mine. So.
No, it's special research too. It's like it's one thing if you getting it out of field research. You know what I mean? That you're still putting in like extra effort. You know, I got it from. It was probably one of the ticketed encounters. So it's like I had to pay to win on that.
And I did want to say I had a task that rolled over, like I still had it, and I hadn't completed it.
Like evolve 3 steel or catch steel or something.
I believe it was the catch 10 steel type Pokemon.
I have that too.
And then when I got it, when I completed it, it was a Pami or a Pomo, whatever the basic stage one is.
Wow.
And I was like, "Are you serious?"
Wait.
So
it
was orange. I know it was orange. Like
yeah,
I know it was.
Was that a potential for that task, or were they all Togedemaru?
I thought they were all Togedemaru. I don't remember seeing anything else aside from Togedemaru. But I guess it could have been.
I don't know.
But it just seems
interesting. Chat, let us know. Was the catch 10 steel? I believe. Why would it be Paw Me? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's weird.
Know.
That's something. I wish this is like a dumb quality of life thing. That when you complete a research, it says what the research is before you collect it when you're looking at it in the Today view. Because a lot of times I'll complete 3 researches and they're all encounters and I don't know which is like, you know what I mean? Like I wish it just showed you what task
even if
it was.
Was a shadow. Even if it was a shadow.
No, but like show me the task name. Like show me that. Oh, this is the completed one for use 5 berries or something. You know what I mean? Like show it to me. Just so I know, because well, it's like I because then it would let you know. Oh yeah, those are the tasks with this pool associated with it, or something like that. Maddie G in the chat saying that had to be a glitch. I don't know, man. Speaking of tasks, what?
I did complete my GoFest.
Oh wow!
Thing because I fused my Necrozma. I fused my 100 Necrozma with like a lucky Lunala. And it turned out to be a hundo. I don't know if is that because the Necrozma is, so it'll automatically be, or if it, because everybody was saying it like it's a dice roll. You don't know what the stats or the IVs will be. So I'm just gonna leave it as a Duskmane.
Right. Well, Maddie G saying that would be nice completed catch 5.
I don't know.
So you didn't have the catch 10 steel. Palmy was
oh, it was catch 5.
Yeah, see.
Okay, I know it was catch something, but I was so upset.
Scipio saying yes, Necrozma's stats determine the power of the fusion. So yeah, everything's based on the Necrozma.
Cool.
Yeah, everything's based on the Necrozma.
I play this game sometimes, but I finally completed the research there. I did catch a 100% Pharaoh seed.
Ooh,
which was kind of cool.
That's weird. That's a weird one. All right, well, let's just look at the event real quick on PokemonGoLive.com. Triple dust, right?
Did you say on paper?
On PokemonGoLive.com. Look at all this text with no photos of the Pokemon. Still sour shoes about that. Beldum was the big chase for a lot of people. Beldum's been around since GoFest, right? Here and there on different events, and people are definitely digging in and prepping for Mega Metagross. I saw Glaw from Wayspotters got the hundo Beldum. I was like,
Ooh.
it's a nice catch. It's totally a
I
nice
think
catch.
I have two. I have one Metagross fully powered up, and then I have one Beldum that I just left.
So Skarmory, Clink, Pawniard, Togedemaru. I know you sent me a couple Pawniard. Thank you for that.
Yeah, those are the only ones I saw, and then didn't see any more.
3-star raid, Steelix, Scizor, Mawile, Aggron. I'm not down to do these if they're not the Megas. Give me Mega Steelix, give me Mega Scizor, give me Mega Aggron, you know? But
Yeah, I didn't do any of those.
yeah, no real interest there for me. Beldum and
Any
Research,
Clink, Pawniard, and Togedemaru.
Yep. And then I am a fan, I gotta say, of field research that rewards Mega Energy. I dig that. I like that. Not only because I just want to hoard the Mega Energy, but I think this really improves the accessibility of Megas, because if people never got a chance to raid the Mega, or they were short, or let's say they got a Hundo after the fact. Like I have a recently caught Hundo, it was a Ghastly, right? But I have a Hundo Gengar that I want to add to my Mega rotation that I'm like 16 Mega Energy short for, because
Why are you 16 Mega Energy
because
short? You need to get good.
I have like
Get
10 Gengar in my Mega rotation. I've used up all my energy, but through research, that's when you can kind of pick up on that. The timed research, there was really nothing to it. Again, just no difficulty in these timed researches. It's just kind of a bummer. Collection challenges, showcases. We had a false alarm in our showcase chat the other day. Casa the Cube was like, "Get ready to snipe in 5 minutes," and everyone's scrambling. I thought it was tomorrow, and then we were like, "Oh yeah, it is tomorrow." So funny.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I think I got first, and fourth.
I got like 40th something, dude. I was nowhere.
You were cooked.
I was nowhere in the realm
cooked,
of existence at all with that. But Strength of Steel, what'd you think? Was this worthy of an Ultra unlock? Was the shiny?
I don't know if it was worth an Ultra unlock. I think this is more like this event was just there and they called it an Ultra unlock.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. I'm just saying.
Well, I think that if it didn't have the triple dust, it wouldn't have been.
I think the triple
worthy
dust
of
was probably the event's.
That's the Ultra
bonus.
part of it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, if it didn't have that, it wouldn't have felt right. So because it had the triple dust, like, I'm not necessarily excited to catch Skarmories. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good.
No, not at all.
I'm good on that. I'm totally good on that. All right, but coming up, let's go to Mega Lucario Raid Day.
Mega Lucario,
which was this past Saturday, the 27th. This was the third Ultra unlock.
Now, here's an event that doesn't make sense.
Okay, talk to me.
Because the closer we got to it, so I got an invite on my way home from work. I was like, okay. And the first one I did was a shiny Lucario. I'm like, there goes the whole event. That's the whole event. That's the whole reason to go play.
It's not a new shiny.
No, I understand that, but like the new Mega Lucario is that's the chase, is the Mega. So you want the candy. And I feel like because they allowed remote raids for this, it was just kind of like, I did a couple, I'm okay for now.
Because you were defeating them so quick, you had big energy payouts.
Yes, and
okay.
I was
okay.
I was physically in a city with lots of people, so I had the advantage of being able to do quite a few more. But overall, I just feel like if it wasn't remote, I think a lot more people would have tried to come out and play for it.
Adam, I'm kind of thinking you're describing Elite Raids.
I know, which is
Adam
weird.
Wants Elite Raids. He's
no, I just
this
think
game in person.
I just think it's it took the specialness away very quick.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Fisher J in the chat said, did 59 in person, 10 shinies, no hundo. At 5 p.m. I started to do remotes and got the hundo. First remote gave me the 1544. Hey, man. Wow. See, that's a good blend. He raided all day in person, 59, then started doing remotes at 5. That's legit. But I don't know.
I did several remotes because I just kept getting them after the fact. But like at 5, it was just cold turkey.
Dried up.
Like nothing. Yeah, and it's like
So
At
were your
least have some
remotes
that
like
lingered.
locally, like sort of local, like from your local group?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. See that that's why it pays to have a diverse friends list. I mean, we do. So I'm surprised that your raids dried up. But when you have friends in different time zones, it's the best because you can kind of follow the events across the globe. Like you start getting them in the beginning from New Zealand and Australia and Japan and then Asia and then Europe and then it's like then you get it and then you're like, oh, it's done for us, and then you still get to get some stuff from the West Coast. It's it. I really enjoyed this event. I had stuff to do all day Saturday. I had a lot of family stuff I had to take care of, and so I was wrapped up most of the day, and I had a 2.5 hour break, something like that. And I was a couple towns away in Freehold, New Jersey, which is like maybe 30 minutes from Red Bank. And jumped into Freehold Discords, Freehold campfires, like, yo, anything going on? There was a campfire meetup set up. I chatted in there like, yo, is this happening? Like, I don't see any flares or anything. And they're like, yeah, we're on our way. And I went to this one park that probably had about 10 gyms in it. And we just sat there for 2.5 hours and did the 3 cycles of raids. I did about 35 in person and I think maybe a dozen or so remote. No hundos. But did get the shiny on raid 32, in-person raid number 32. I got the shiny. Wow. So, but I do agree with you.
Well, I got 5 shinies.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild. I still don't have shiny Riolu. I had a Lucario from the trade, and now I have another Lucario. But
in I think the last raid I did was a weather boosted Lucario, and it was a 1925, so it's a 15, 15, 14.
Oh, nice. I do think. I'm with you though. The raids were getting wrapped up so quick. I mean, I put 4 or 5 Lucario into the mega rotation, and I'm still sitting on like 6,000, 6,000 energy or something like that. So, I don't know. I don't see the point in stacking it like that. Like I don't know. I think you described elite raids. I think that is kind of an interesting thing because are you turned off by the remotes or are you turned off?
I was turned off
more
because, like,
the remotes or the lack of people out because they knew they could remote it.
I think both, honestly, because it didn't feel as like people were in the raids, but they weren't like I was literally at I was in Lowell, Mass. So Massachusetts, that's not it's pretty busy place.
Populated.
And yeah, and Lowell, Mass, they had a folk festival, and there were tons of people there. There were tons of people. There's no reason that there should not have been people in like every single raid.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I was inviting people to try to get raids done.
Yeah, but you could like duo the thing. You didn't even like need a group.
Yeah, well, you know what? And then I joined one, but I started walking and I went too far and I ended up getting like kicked out of it halfway through, and I didn't realize it till like we got to the area we were going. I just tapping the screen and it just like went away and I was like, great. And then the timer rotated and
let me see. Let me pull up my
so I lost it.
Let's see. Pull up my Do I have
if you
the
could
phone
pull up
here?
your pants, that'd be great.
Pants on the ground. Yeah, so I got my Lucarios pulled up here. I got a 1490 that I got the shiny here, but yeah, nothing too crazy. 1501. Let me put CP. Let's look at 1528. I think was my best of the day. Yeah, this is a Force Palm Lucario. So not great from a stats perspective. I couldn't get my hands on too much, man. I'm dead battery squad right now. I got 11%. But all right, so that's Mega Lucario Raid Day. I think that kind of feeds into a little bit of an issue, and this is an interesting one. We're going to look at Niantic support tweet saying, trainers, we are aware of an issue that affected some time zones, which the Mega Lucario Raid Day ticket bonuses were not applied for a few hours after 5 p.m. local time. And then they go on to say, where did they added to this? Hold on. No. the fact of the matter being that they had this issue that affected certain time zones. They never clarify what time zones had the issue. It's like, why would they do that? Why would they not say who's affected? Like they're
because they don't want to give it to everyone, but just the people that are complaining.
No, it's not the people that are complaining. It's people that are in those affected time zones. But like, what are the affected time zones? No one knew. So it's like I have people saying like, oh well, I think I was in the effective time zone. Like, I don't know. But if you look at, and I'm going to pull it up here on screen. If you look at the actual event information. It says, where does it say? There was something with it. There was a typo with the time. Here you go, 5 to 8 p.m. The remote raid limit will be increased from 5 to 8 p.m. That was not the case in some time zones, so people had to use, I guess they were raiding more locally. I don't know. They're giving passes back to people. Just... I hate when Niantic support does this. It's great that you're communicating, like thanks for that, but could you have a little word economy here and just like tell us exactly what's going on so people know what is happening, because definitely
we need some clarity,
some vagueness going on there. All right, let's move on to some current stuff here, Adam. We have Adventure Week coming, and we talked about this last week, and the overall Adventure Week event itself. This is without talking about Team Go Rocket. If you're not going to travel to a new place to take advantage of the 5 times for the new Pokestop spins, I don't know how exciting this event is. Now, let's not get it twisted. I'll be out there playing every day, no matter what. You know what I mean? There's shout to all the players that are just troopers. But when you look at the encounter list here, Diglett, Ammonite, Kabuto, Dunsparce, Roggenrola, Drillbur, Bunnelby, Aerodactyl being the rare of the event. A couple of fossils in eggs, Cranido, Shieldon, Tortuga, Archon, Tyrant, Amora, which is in there, which is cool. It's a holdout for a bunch of shiny hunters. A pretty deep field research bench here, like a lot of different Pokemon. Again, Aerodactyl, Mega Energy they're giving out. And $2 paid timed research that actually has some consumables in here, so this is pretty cool. Collection challenges, showcases, web store bundle, all that on its own doesn't look too strong, but really what makes this what it is
the paid time research.
It's the it's the $2 research. Is Team Go Rocket. So Team Go Rocket coming over.
Because you're paying for one super incubator, and you get a second one and a regular incubator.
Plus the encounters.
Extra encounters.
Plus the encounters.
I think that's a deal.
So the blog post
I know a deal when I see one, Ken.
The 29 says, prepare for rocky roads ahead as Team Go Rocket takes over Adventure Week. Thursday, April 8th, August 8th to the 12th.
Marshmallows and walnuts.
The whole Adventure Week, the 5-day or 6-day, whatever it is, Adventure Week, 4-day Adventure Week. Special research story will be available to save Shadow Cresselia. So there you go. Shave Shadow Cresselia from Giovanni. Shadow Lugia will also be in 5-star raids. Like I guess they're doing like a raidish weekend, Saturday the 10th and Sunday the 11th. Now, meaning no Shadow Suicunes that weekend, just Shadow Lugia, but Apex Lugia. So people were like, "What? Is the video wrong or is the blog wrong?" And it's no Shadow Apex Lugia, just regular old Shadow Lugia. I think it was Hamtaro. Oh, shout to Hamtaro as the Pokeball turns for hitting 100 episodes on their podcast. Adam, I know you had brought that up before we recorded to make sure we shouted out Hamtaro.
Yes.
Shout to Hamtaro. David, congratulations on 100 episodes. It's really awesome. But I saw that he had posted the Gale of Darkness. What are you looking at, Adam? You're making me nervous.
I'm pretty sure I just saw like a hornet.
A bear?
A hornet.
A hornet?
Yeah, it flew right here, like next to me.
Don't worry, they're our friends. No, it was Hamtaro though. He posted on Twitter. He posted the Gale of Darkness Shadow Lugia and was like, "Release the real Shadow Lugia, you cowards!" with the Gale of Darkness one. Everybody wants that OG Shadow Lugia. Team Go Rocket more frequently, charging away frustration at frustration in your search bar to get your Pokemon that have frustration charge move, so you
Or
can
you
use
could
your
just
TMs.
leave it.
Or you can just leave it like Adam. What I do is I have a living dex for my Shadow and Purified, so I get everything clean to where I don't have to transfer anything, and I have what I want to keep for my living. Then I do at frustration, just rip through 50, 60, however many new Shadows I've picked up for the living dex since the last frustration event, and just do it all at once. New Shadow Pokemon. There will be new team leader Pokemon as well. Timber, Tortuga, Archon are adding to the mix. Shadow Raids, Shadow Mareep, Wooper, Cranidos, and Shieldon with 3 stars Nuzleaf, Manectric, Vibrava. I don't know about these. We've had Shadow C-Dot before. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't we've had Trapinch.
Is Shieldon, is like a Shadow Shieldon or a Shadow Bastion really good in PvP? Or is...
No, because for the Bastiodon, you needed it to be like perfect stats. So I mean, maybe if you can get a perfect 15, 15, 15 Shadow Shield or Shadow Shieldon, I don't know. Field research, mysterious components, charge TMs and fast TMs, showcases. There will be a bundle with rocket radars and all that good stuff. I like these events, but yeah, I think we talked about this during...
Wait, okay, the bundle's going to be $10. I was going to say, any guesses to how much it is? But
yeah, it's $10.
And don't worry, it does come with pineapple berries. It's silver.
Silver pineapples.
So you know it's worth more.
I think you had said that when you get the Giovanni research, you don't rush to finish it, right? Like you just kinda...
I don't. I never do.
I'm the absolute opposite. I am on a tear to get through to Giovanni. I wait for the balloon, you know what I mean? Like I want to just get the research over and done with, and then I try to catch up with all the grunts. So let us know how you out there handle the Giovanni quests. Is this something you prioritize, or do you just kind of... Because it is something that you'll just get to when you get to it. I love the rockets, though, so I'm constantly doing them. So that's how I kind of...
I'm okay. I saw a rocket before we podcasted, and I decided to do a Tornadus raid instead.
Yeah. We got some people in the chat here. Scipio saying...
People in the chat?
Keeping that many fossils and 7K eggs is not great. Also, Shadows will get people raiding.
Yeah, I'm not hatching eggs.
Shadow Cranidos will get people raiding. Looking forward to Shadow Cresselia, Spollock in the chat. Again, new Shadow Pokemon, and I like the fact that Lugia, that Lugia's coming back, because if you missed it the first time, missed it the second time, now's your chance.
Now you can miss it a second time,
a third time. No, well, dude, Shadow shiny Pokemon are awesome. They're good. They're fun. They're fun to collect. But all right, Adam, it's been about a half an hour, a little bit earlier than that. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Mega Rayquaza. We'll share our hot takes on, I don't know, this whole kind of flip from Elite Raids to an Elite Raid Makeup Day to a regular Raid Day, Raid Hour, Pseudo Raid Hour. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I got feelings, so we'll talk about that when we come back. Does that sound good? As he's hydrating.
That sounds great.
All right, audio listeners, we'll be back.
I already hydrated.
Right after this. What's up, chat?
Okay, give me a moment. I am gonna go.
Are you gonna go look at the bees situation? All right. Well, Adam's going away. Now we can talk smack. Let's see if what were my good catches of the week I could pull up here. I did get I guess I could pull up the Togedemaru. Here's the Togedemaru. I did get the Klinkundo also from the event. 3 Necrozmas, though.
I investigated, but I did not see it.
I was just bringing up my Hundo Togedemaru for the chat.
Oh, for the chat? Good thing I can't see it, because I'm not looking at the live stream right now.
Well, Basher Ball Guy will have to talk about this comment when we come back. It says, are Niantic deliberately messing up Elite Raid Day so they have to do a makeup without refunding people passes they used before? Good chat right there.
Good grief. Good grief.
Oh, Fisher Chase says, Delibird is mid. I said Adam got up, so I was like, we could talk smack. So he's like,
Whoa. I'm probably gonna have to sign up. I think I'm coming down with something. I can't finish the podcast all of a sudden.
all right, well, let's get back into it and get through this. You ready?
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. And we're back from our break. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. I just want to take a minute to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thank you to our gym leaders, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, GK, Hall to Counselor, Joseph, Kimberly, Mythical Hitch, and Noggin Dude. Shout out to our newest patron, Breaker. Thank you so much. And for the first time in 4 years, the Lured Up Executive Producer tier is available on Patreon. Thank you so much to Paul Bott. Has held us down for 4 years in the Executive Producer tier. Had stepped down this week, so shout to Paul Bott for supporting us for so long. We really, really appreciate it. But that tier is available if anyone wants to jump up in there. Executive Producer spot for Lured Up is available. And special thanks to the other executive producers on the network, Tish Smith and Kate the Cons. And make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us. Check out all the shows on the network. Get some merch. Leave us reviews. All that good stuff at PokemonProfessor.com. All right, Adam, let's get into the big news here, which, of course, is Mega Rayquaza and the bombshell that Niantic dropped on the 29th. Knowing that this was coming back for a Elite Raid event, and it was going to be a 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Elite Raid. So that's what they originally had said.
Yeah.
Then this comes out. It says Mega Rayquaza Special Raid Event. It says Saturday, August 3rd at 11, 1, and 6. Mega Rayquaza will hatch from raid eggs in raid hours at the following times. So it's a raid hour format. Alec Tuttle has liked the stream. What's up, brother Tuttle?
Alec is in the stream.
Alec is in the stream.
He goes to bed at like 8:30. There's no way he's awake.
Someone's hijacking his computer and liking the stream.
It's probably Lindsay.
Lindsay, what's up? Saturday, August 3rd, 11, 1, and 6, the makeup. Okay, now here's what's weird. Elite raids were exceptionally limited. You had to really track them down, heavy-duty coordination, especially with the 6 a.m. thing.
Oh, yeah, but I just want to stay in my car and not talk to anybody.
Okay, that is a downside of Elite Raids. But they flipped the script on this. And it says, we apologize for the inconvenience of our dedicated trainers experienced during the initial appearance of Mega Rayquaza in June. To compensate for technical issues that occurred during this event, we're holding a special raid makeup event on Saturday, August 3rd. Thank you for your understanding. We appreciate your continued passion for Pokemon Go. Remote raids lifted to 20. Adam, can you remote raid an Elite Raid? No, you can't.
I don't know.
So
is that what this is saying?
These are saying that these are not Elite Raids. It's just saying that there will be raid hours 3 times on Saturday.
Oh, I like that they changed the terms.
And
because they realized Elite Raids are not that great.
if you look over here, we're gonna look at the comments. Here we go. No, that's the Poke the Bear. Where was the one? They actually said that I think it was Niantic support said that this will be a true raid hour format where you'll have a 25-minute raid egg, 5-minute cooldown, and then the gyms will refresh. So, let's say you're living in a rural area, you have 2 gyms in your downtown total, and none of them were EX-eligible gyms. You were screwed. You weren't getting any Elite Raids, right?
Yep.
Now, they're doing a raid hour format, which means
they're at every single gym.
They're at every gym. And they'll refresh.
The possibilities are endless.
They'll refresh twice an hour. So, if there's 3, let's say you have one gym in town, you still could raid 6 times if you raided at all 3 different time slots.
I was just gonna ask if I rated my local time, 10 p.m. and then does the clock switch over at midnight? So I do another 20.
Oh, you mean for remote raids, your remote raid limit?
Yeah, like if I did 20 remote raids and then it turns midnight, do I get another 20?
Yeah. But that wouldn't help us because the event's over 3 hours. It's more than 3. You know what I mean? Like the West Coast. It's not. It's too late. You wouldn't be able to take advantage of that window. Here it is. Okay, so Basher Ball God said Niantic support posted it today. I'll pull it up. It says trainers Mega Rayquaza will appear at all gyms during the raid hours on Saturday, August 3rd at 11, 1, and 6, and will be available to challenge for 25 minutes with up to 2 challenges per gym in the hour. So there you go. There's the confirmation. So, all right. Lots to unpack. They are making it 20 remote raids, so they're clearly not afraid to monetize this event in ways that Elite Raids just couldn't. They're giving free research to everybody, so you'll get the meteorite. And you're going to have to work for it. So I'm assuming it's going to be like last time, where they don't just give you the meteorite, but you actually have to complete a raid to get it. But now you can just toilet raid it, right? So I put up a tweet the other day kind of saying, like, shout out to all the actual elite trainers that raided Mega Rayquaza when it came to elite raids last month.
That's me. And
then I said, and slow clap to all the toilet raiders that are excited to raid it this weekend from their toilets. And
listen, there's people going to be out.
I agree. There will
because they added a third time.
There definitely will be people
only
out.
Get to one,
dude.
Yeah,
it's going to be popping off. Now, the interesting thing is the raid times don't allow for back-to-back hours. So there's a cooldown between 11 and 1 and then 1 to 6. So trainers aren't going to... Maybe the 11 to 1, people will wait that extra hour, but people aren't going to hang out for 5 hours and wait for 6 o'clock to roll around to get more raids. This will be another group of trainers probably, but...
Yeah. But also, will other raid eggs appear and ruin the Mega Rayquaza raids?
No, because during raid hours, it's all gyms. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's gaps in between.
Yeah, but
so
I'm
during
sure
those gaps.
No, but I'm sure that they'll still...
That could get dicey.
No, I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay.
But here's some perspective that we should unpack.
So there's just going to be no raids during the in-between.
There could be, but they'd be over. But look.
Would they?
So the social media world, the Twitter world, is heralding Niantic. Wow, this is a Niantic win. Thank you for listening to us. It's amazing that you're actually doing this. And then they'll kind of do a backhanded dig on paying for elite or remote raids, yeah. whatever the case may be. But the angry mob has been sedated a little bit. They're kind of chilled out because they're getting what they wanted. And what they wanted was no elite raids and the ability to remote Mega Rayquaza. So, what does this say for the integrity of Niantic's core values? And are they doing this to appease the people? Or are elite raid? Is this the exit strategy for elite raids, and we won't see them again?
I hope this is the exit strategy.
I don't know.
I truly hope that.
Scipio in the chat says, "Just think of the inevitable toilet raider who gets the Shadow Ray. You should flush it, delete it immediately, transfer it. No,
flush it. Oh my gosh.
So
take a selfie.
So if this was the send-off and elite raids don't come back, what does this do for core IRL communities? That
because they didn't say because of last time when you did elite raids, it's like very focused on like your initial appearance of Mega Rayquaza in June. Like they're not saying
But
anything about elite raids.
if Twitter didn't exist and you were just a trainer out playing elite raids, you would think that the game was flourishing and it was awesome. Because if you had that in your community, obviously the rural trainers. I talked to Coach Kev today. Shouts Coach Kev in the Lured Up community. Used to live in Passaic County, New Jersey, very urban, lots of stuff going on, big area. Shouts to the Fair Lawn, New Jersey raid group. And he moved out to the Poconos in Pennsylvania. He's like, yo, I get it now. He's like, he goes, I have 2 gyms in town, and when I'm at the one gym, I don't even have service. Yeah, that's how like in the sticks he is. So clearly there's a huge segment of this game that wouldn't be able to get to elite raids even if they wanted to, right? There's other roadblocks. So we know that elite raids impact accessibility like hugely. But where does it draw the line of that being a problem versus Niantic saying, okay, this is how we instill difficulty, this is how we instill exclusivity, and it's okay that not all of our player base can experience all the things in our games, where some in the community are like, no, everyone has to be able to do and have everything. So what are your thoughts on that? And if is that reason alone that elite raids should go away for the accessibility, or is it because of they should go away because they're technically broken?
EX raids were better. There was just something about getting that invite and being like, hey, you were chosen. Like that felt good. That
it was like getting a letter from Hogwarts.
Yeah, and even if you couldn't attend, it was still cool to know that like if I had the availability, I could do it. It was exclusive in that way.
So, Spollock in the chat saying, I think they're doing this because elite raids have been broken from the start. I agree with them being broken. I've never had the additional spawns. I've never seen the timer. There's definitely things that have been broken.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that stuff.
Fisher J
says,
honestly, they need to replace elite raids with Dynamax raids. We know Dynamax is coming. How are they going to do that? Was the elite raid system going to change into the Dynamax raid system? Like, I love elite raids. I love elite raids.
What I do know is that we need... okay, so they're doing this. They're making this raid event. So this is the makeup for the elite raids. So every time we beat one of these raid hour Pokemon, will we get the extra spawns?
Basher Ball God says...
we need a makeup.
Basher Ball God says, spoiler, the Dynamax raid system will be broken.
I totally agree. But anyways, I think...
Oh, I'm in the way. Joshua Miller liked the stream. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate you.
If we don't get the extra spawns around these gyms once we defeat it, I feel like we need another makeup day.
Oh, man. It's a perpetual cycle of makeups.
I'm just saying. If we don't get that, we're going to need a makeup day.
So...
Because they want us to forget. They're like, listen, we know we said an elite raid. So, like, they promised us the elite raid, and then they take it away, and they're like, hey, you can remote raid. But they're also taking away those extra spawns.
Yeah, but did anyone really care about the extra spawns? Remember, there was like a chance to get the Cantonian birds. It was like, who's ever seen that? Nobody. And you're moving to the next gym immediately, so
no, you're waiting for 5 minutes.
Well, here
I'm just saying, Ken.
All right, here's my full take, and I want to.
I'm just saying we need a makeup for the makeup that they had already promised and then took it away for this makeup, which doesn't actually make up the fact that the spawns should be there. Am I wrong? I don't think so.
I've never seen the spawns.
I'm just saying. All right. I don't think I'm wrong.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't say that elite raids, while they do support Niantic's core values, exercise, exploration, real world social interaction, what ends up happening in practice is the car thing. And we've talked about this because you have
the toilet.
Well, not with elite raids, but with elite raids, the people that do go out for them aren't like, all right, everyone, let's meet up at the clock tower and do one raid and then we'll be on our way. It's like, no, they want to hit 10 of them. They want to hit 15 of them. So the only way to do this is to get behind,
stay in your car,
is get in the car, right? So my group,
and
thankfully,
the second
makes the effort to drive to the new place and get out of the car, group up in a huddle, do the raid, run back to the cars, and go to the next spot. We get out of the car every time, and if you don't get out of the car, you're getting lambasted with dirty looks because that's part of it. We want to make sure we're still out and talking and hanging out and all that stuff.
Normally, it's the people in the cars giving you dirty looks.
Well, yeah, they're like, guys, are we dropping
Look
yet?
at these trainers. Look at these goody two shoes. These must be some bootleggers.
They're sitting in the air conditioning, like just like scrolling
like,
Twitter,
look at
waiting.
No, they're waiting for the mess up.
All right,
waiting for something to be broken.
Let me get back to the point here, though.
The point is, we're not going to get these extra spawns.
So you need to make up for the makeup.
So we need a makeup for this event already. It's already needing a makeup event.
No. So here's the thing for me.
Who agrees with me? Leave a comment.
Look, listen.
Who agrees with me?
The beauty of elite raids in areas that support them, areas that have communities that can participate and drive the ship, is that they encapsulate the spirit of being a Pokemon trainer completely for me. The immersion is there because I have to coordinate, I have to talk to other people, I have to be motivated to move quickly and be on top of my training, right? So it really,
you could just light a flare and campfire and then just not talk to anybody.
You can't park there. It's there's a problem. There's a problem when
there's always problems.
You have this perfect setup for real world social interaction. I've met tons of new trainers from elite raids because you have people that drive in from other towns if they see something going on in Campfire or whatever the case may be. But so like when elite raids work from a community perspective, they work really well. And this is when you see the groups of, Jamal's community with 100+ people and Hamtaro's community with like hundreds of people. And it's like, you see all this motion, all this action, all this coordination. And it's like, this wouldn't have happened for raid hour. This wouldn't have happened for, a spotlight hour. They're happening because this is elite raids and this is a big deal. You're going to get the best of the best trainers. Yeah, but we're going to get burnt
out real quick.
How so, though?
All your remote raid passes, you're going to burn through them. And then nobody's going to be out. It's just going to be...
Well, that's the problem. If you
could, so many.
But if it was an elite raid and it was remotable, there'd still only be 1 or 2 gyms in town or whatever the EX eligible gyms.
Yeah.
That makes it... That's different because you're still going to have boots on the ground, right? But now that they're going to be everywhere...
I still want the spawns.
And let's not get it twisted. You don't need a lot of people to defeat Mega Rayquaza. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you need a giant party. You don't. But I think that this shows weakness to some point in some way of Niantic, and like I feel like they caved. Like I don't feel like they did this out of the service for the community.
I feel like we're still going to need that makeup event.
Will you stop? I feel like
I can't stop.
I feel like that they did this because either they knew they couldn't get elite raids right, or they just wanted to quell the flames a little bit. I don't know. Spallick says our raid community would still be raiding on Elite Raid Day. That's what I'm talking about. So would my community. We'd be out there in force.
Yeah, and I mean, I would try to hit 1, but like I'm doing something now, so it's not like priority for me.
No, but he says if the Elite Raids would have worked correctly from the start, we wouldn't even be talking about this. You're absolutely right.
Correct.
You're absolutely right. They've been screwed up from the beginning, and those first couple were bad.
Yeah, and it's like, how? Go back to the EX system. That was flawless. Not flawless, but it was a lot of fun. It felt special. It felt special, and that's what this game needs. Something that feels special.
But look, if there was no elite raids, and they were just doing a Mega Rayquaza triple raid hour, whatever you want to call it, raid day, people would still love it if this was just a standalone event, just as it is, 20 remote raids, remote raidable. Like, people would love all of that. It would be a good event. So I'm not doubting that people will be playing during the makeup event. There's going to be a lot of people out, a lot of people raiding, tons of remotes being played. It's going to be a lot of gameplay. But it devalues the Mega Rayquaza that were caught at GoFest 2023. It devalues the Mega Rayquaza that were caught at Elite Raids, because now you're going to be literally flooding the market with Mega Rayquaza. Everyone's going to have them, and the people that were elite and organized and got on the high horse and got out there and put in work. Yeah. No, but like Monkey Bread in Red Bank.
All of a sudden, Ken's hurt. I'm just waiting for this makeup event where we get the spawns from around.
Yo, imagine the game's broken or something. It would be so bad. It would be so bad. That'd be a nightmare.
But I think they know that this format works. All they have to do is just code in that specific Pokemon. Watch us not get the timed research or whatever it is. That would be it. Like, I did a raid and it didn't give me.
Basketball God says, I've never felt the legendary is devalued by actually being able to raid it. Yeah, that's a tough one. And obviously we're not in a competitive state where it's like or commoditizing the Pokemon. Oh, there's a dollar value, and now there's more in population, so the value goes down. I think it devalues the effort of the trainer. Yes, every Pokemon lives on an island, right? Shout to Kyogre. Every Pokemon lives on an island. It's its own thing. So yeah, you can't. My Pokemon isn't going to be devalued because now someone could catch 30 of them. But the efforts that the elite trainer put in to get out there and raid and bust their butt all day doing stuff, they're like, why did I do that? I could have just sat on my toilet. Now, hopefully they have the spirit of the game in mind, and they're like, I did it for the love of the game and love of the community.
Regidrago or Regieleki, I don't even know which one it was, but like I tried and it didn't work.
That was the Regieleki. Yeah.
And then they just gave it to us. We could just raid it. And
I think.
Why did I waste my time?
I think that Niantic caved here, and I don't feel good about it. Like, I think that they should have stuck with Elite Raids, and I don't know. I feel a certain sort of way, and so I asked a question, and I totally screwed up here on Twitter, and I accidentally deleted one of my retweets that had like all the responses from the community, so sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry.
Can't believe you.
But I put a bunch of starter topics here, and what I'll do is I'll extend this question out for the next week. But I put a bunch of starter topics like, does it devalue it? How many in-person remotes do you typically do? How do you feel about remote rating versus in-person rating? What are your spending habits in the game, and are you okay spending, or does it feel icky? Because let's not forget, we feel like they're doing a favor by saying, hey, the remote raids are now up to 20. And really what they're saying is, like, instead of spending $10 today, you can spend 40. So it's like,
yeah.
Do we celebrate that? Like, I always thought the problem wasn't the cap. I always thought the problem was the price. Like, who cares about the cap? I'm not doing 5 remote raids a day anyway. But
yes, yeah.
If I do 1 raid or I do 5, I'm still going to be bummed about paying $1.95 each.
Yeah, I've already done two remote raids.
Dude, I've hit my cap quite a bit over the past since GoFest. I put in here, do you like the EX raid format better than Elite Raids? Are exercise, exploration, and real-world social interaction important to your gameplay? And I think that's where we see a major divide. Because some people
like the exploration.
Right, but some people don't care about that at all. So they're like, I don't care that Niantic wants this. I don't care. Don't tell me how to play the game. If I want to play from the toilet, I'm going to play from the toilet. So they just don't care. So it's like it's almost like the game isn't speaking to them like that. Do you have 2 or 3 friends that you play Pokemon Go with in person? Like, these are things that all tie into, like, can Elite Raids be successful? How does your community coordinate? Does your community have a leader, ambassador, or campfire presence? Are you starved for Pokestops and gyms? Do you take part in Wayfair? I hear that a lot. Oh, I don't have EX gyms. Well, have you tried to add some gyms and POI to your area? If you want to be elite, you gotta put in the work. And I think that's where my panties get in a bunch, because I'm like, you got all these trainers out here who want the elite rewards and they're not willing to be elite. And it's like, I don't want to just give you this stuff. I want you to work for it. You should work for it.
Well, Niantic's making sure that we don't have to work for it.
Well,
we just have to work for the money to pay for it.
I don't think. Well, yeah, and again, this is an expensive play. Like, to the people that are using 20 remote raids, like, that's a big commitment for the day. That's a lot of money to
start
spend.
saving your coins.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get very far if you're saving your coins. It's like you have to play for 4 days to afford one remote raid pass.
Yeah, what's today? The 31st? So 1, 2. Yeah, I can't even do that.
Yeah. Got some EX raid chat happening right now in the Twitch chat, so shouts to everybody that's chatting. EX raids were better. Trainers got the invite. Special. Yep, it felt special. EX raids were so exciting to get the black and white invite. Yeah, like swooped in, like it looks so cool.
Yeah.
Scipio Blue, though, brings up a good point. It says, I got burned too many times by EX raids that only happened while I was working. There was no getting around that. I agree. Remember they started making them at like 1 p.m. on a Wednesday? It's like, what? It's like, I've only ever raided at this gym where the raid is. I've only ever raided there at 6 p.m. or later. Like, why are you making the EX raid at 1 o'clock? Like, who could do that?
Yeah, but that's a good thing. Like, they could figure that out and adjust time, so it's not always the same time. It's even more random.
We always want clarity from Niantic, right? They're never going to tell us EXs are staying or coming back, or elites are going, coming, staying. Like, no one's going to tell us this.
No, but Dynamax.
That's the curveball.
Yeah.
Are Dynamax raids going to be based on the EX raid
system?
And
then we're going to need Terra type raids?
The EX raid system is still based... Where's Woodwow's Wolf? EX raid system is still based on OSM data from 1902. Brenda Tuttle liked the stream. Yo, your brother and your mom.
My mom's in the stream?
What is happening here? This is like the whole Tuttle crew is here. Hi, Grandma Tuttle.
Jeez. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Go to bed.
Look, it's... The EX raid system is based it's a 2019 OSM update that the EX.
What's the elite raids?
Based on the EX.
Are those based on the same?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So our Dynamax.
Yeah. Okay. So let's.
Well, that's a problem. It's
the elite. Let's
that part of it is a problem. That part of it is a problem.
Take this time while they're not using the elite raid system to look into it and fix it, or get rid of it.
Oh man, and I apologize because I deleted the tweet, man. I'm kicking myself in the butt. I don't know how I possibly did it, but we had some really good feedback.
I know how you possibly
on both
did it.
sides.
You clicked it.
Yeah,
while you were on the toilet.
Maybe, probably. I mean, that 99% true. There was a lot of people going back and forth saying things like, "I like Elite Raids because it got the community together, but I want to do a bunch. I don't want to just do 1 or 2." Now they're like, I have 10 gyms in my neighborhood. Now I could do 30 of these things during the course of the day. I would never be able to do that many if this was Elite Raids. So, yes, there's positives because accessibility now goes through the roof, right? You have like the people that are like virtue signaling, like they want to be heroes for the community, being like, raids for everyone, accessibility. How can it be a bad thing? It's like, well, because it directly impacts the exclusivity of a Pokemon. And it impacts the immersion.
One of the most desirable Pokemon.
It is. But wouldn't that mean people should be willing to work for it? Or put in extra effort?
Like, is this an Ultra Unlock like 4?
No.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I think.
I still think Niantic caved. I still think that they should say something about Elite Raids aren't coming back, everyone. Rejoice, because I don't know. I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't see how this supports the kind of style and personality that we've come to learn of Niantic. Are they trying to change their perception? Are they just trying to pander? Or do they really think that they can't pull off Elite Raids? And if they can't pull off Elite Raids, will they pull the plug on them and Dynamax Raids? It's like there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. I don't know. And don't get me wrong either. I still love remote raiding. I feel icky about paying so much to do it. But I love raiding with the community. I love raiding international stuff. I love being able to get cool timestamps and
Yeah.
like I remember
I
when
think when
Mewtwo was
trading,
out
like,
and I was like, oh,
actually-
I want Japanese Mewtwo, like send them, but I just don't know how this supports Niantic's core values and their willingness to kind of flip on this. Because to this point, they've been like planting their feet
I
in the
just don't
ground.
understand how they don't see that somebody's going to complain about not getting extra spawns. after
Will you
defeating
stop
the
with
raid.
the extra spawns, dude?
I'm just saying. We're going to need a makeup for this event already. And like they don't even know it's coming.
Adam's gonna wake
So
up.
at least
There's
this
just,
is my
there's just gonna
warning.
be a bunch of Rayquaza in the inventory. Like, oh, I didn't have to work for it at all. I love that. I'm so good at this game.
Oh, this is so good.
I'm so skilled.
so good at
I'm
this
so
game.
good at this game. But
I should play this game more often.
definitely let us know what you think about this change to Mega Rayquaza's Elite Raids.
And let us know how you feel about not being able to get the extra spawns after the raids.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
And will you be sharing with Niantic that we need a makeup of the makeup?
I don't think we need to make up for the makeup. I apologize to everyone who wrote in that I deleted all their responses some way, somehow. I appreciate your...
Can't believe you did that.
Dude, that was a Bush League move. But we did get an email. And you know what? One more thing I wanted to do. I wanted to give a shout out to
One more thing.
Espeon Willow. We had Professor Willow's birthday a little over a week ago. We were going to talk about it on the show, and I didn't get around to it. But it was Professor Willow's birthday. Espeon is always like cheering for Professor Willow. She's no joke when it comes to the Professor Willow love, and she wanted to make sure that we talked about Professor Willow because probably the most not listened to professor of any of the professors in the history of professors, right? Most people
he's
most
also
people
not
don't
black
listen.
and white, with Professor Oak.
Most people
Him
don't
being
listen.
like, what'd you say?
Most people don't listen to him at all. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
All right, I'm pulling up an email here. 1 second.
An email?
Yeah, someone had responded to all of the Poke the Bear stuff. Why can't I open this email right now? All right, it's pulling up his contact info. I apologize. But, all right, here we go. Does it devalue? It's difficult to answer. So no answer for that one. He said he's doing no remote raids in a week, only in person. He tries to do his one every day. Remote raiding is good for rural players, but you have a community. In-person raiding is way better. If you have the community, there should be remote raiding.
100%.
Remote raiding has a place. It has its place. I just don't think. Oh, and this is Dream or Pogo. It has its place. However, I don't think this was the place for it. I think that this needed to be. You got to prove your worth, prove your mettle. If you want this Pokemon, you got to get out there and work for it. So, I don't know. Let us know. I'll put links to the Twitter in the description. Keep this conversation going. Is this a net win? Does this matter to you? Will you still go outside and play? Or,
I will actually be at a card show, so
Oh, boy.
I will be
remote raiding.
unavailable. I'll be remote raiding. If I have
As the
a chance to
Pokeball
look at my
turns in
phone.
the chat says remote raid event for Regice. Oh, it sounds exciting. Thrilling.
Riveting.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's keep the conversation going on Twitter. If you're here in the chat, we appreciate you. Please give us a follow or a sub before you go. If you're listening to the audio and you want to check out the video, you can head over to our YouTube and watch the VOD. And if you are here in the chat, you can catch the audio version on podcatchers later this week. But Adam, if that's a show, then that's a wrap.
I think that might, in fact, be a show.
All right.
I'm just still disappointed I won't get to have the extra spawn.
You can email us, luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. You can leave us a text, voicemail, video, or whatever you want, 732-835-8639. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with all the shows on the network. And if that's it, Adam, keep training, trainers.